postpartum, ladies. How do we prep? Today, I will be talking about feeding supplies and the things that I've got for my baby girl and what I'm doing differently for my first one. So if you're interested, stick around. My name's Leslie. I am a Christian wife, mother, and childbirth doula, and this is where I share about all things birth, faith, and family. So today I've got a couple of things that I want to share with you guys that I have put together in preparation for baby girl who's actually due today. So I am making these videos just right in the nick of time before she arrives. But I hope that this is helpful to you. I will make sure to link all the items down below so that you can, so that if you're interested, you can purchase those yourselves. All right. So first off, let's start with bottles. So one of the things that I mention I say to all of my clients is my recommendation is that you don't go and buy a full set of like one set of bottles of one brand and just go all out and just buy one set. The reason that I don't recommend this is because you don't know which bottle or which nipple your baby's really going to take to and like. And so what I always recommend is buying one of a couple of different types, around 3 to 4 bottles, right, that you have, and they're all different types, and you have those ready for your baby so that once she tries it and you find out which one she's kind of accustomed to and she likes and she doesn't reject, then you know which one to buy a full set of. And so this saves your pocket in the short term. I mean, I think it saves you money in the long term altogether. So I'm gonna show you guys which ones I got. So this is the Philips Advent Natural bottle. This is said to be as close to the nipple as possible. And this is their newborn nipple. So I still think it's pretty big, but this is their 2 ounce. So I literally bought the smallest one, and I bought the smallest set that I could, which was a set of 2, to try this out. This was the bottle that my son loved. And so I do have more of these if this is what she ends up liking, but I didn't buy any more. I just bought a small little one to have for her to try. And if she likes it, then great. I don't have to buy any more bottles. If she doesn't, then I will buy a different set. So Advent Natural has been all I've gotten up to this point. Then I got, this one was gifted to me. It's Tommy Tippy, and this one is highly rated. Again, supposed to be really resemblant to the breast, and I will be trying, and this one has like an anti-colic-y, there's an anti-colic thing here in the middle, supposed to help with reducing the amount of air that the baby takes in from the bottle. So just fun fact, babies who drink from bottles tend to be gassier because they're taking in air than babies who take the breast normally. And so this is another bottle I'm gonna try, see if she likes it, and if she does, then we'll go with this one. Then this is also one of the remnants from when Jeremiah was a baby. This is the Baby Breeza, which is also said to resemble the nipple and supposed to be good for newborns, but we'll see. Jeremiah did not like this one. He rejected this one quite a few times. So we will see. My recommendation for bottle feeding is to not buy a full set of one, because if your child rejects it, then you have a whole bunch of bottles that your child won't use. So that's just my word of advice on bottles. Okay, next, pumping. Whether you choose to pump exclusively, breastfeed, just breastfeed with some supplementing, or whatever it is that you choose, there's so much out there that you can just get overwhelmed with what your options are, right? So the beauty about breast pumps is that insurance gives you one. With every pregnancy, you get a breast pump. You qualify for one. Even if you're on Medicare, you get a breast pump with having your baby. So, in America. So you can have a variety to choose from. For my first, I chose the Medela because it was what everybody recommended. It was the most popular, and it's what everybody says they used. And so I went with the Medela based on the options that I thought I had. I didn't know that there was an option to get something that wasn't like plugged into a wall. Now, that being said, the Medela did work great. It got lots of milk out. The only thing, my problem with the Medela was that I always had to make the time to do it like near a wall. Like I had to go plug into a wall, sit there, hold the cup things, and like literally dedicate just time to breastfeeding. Now, with one baby, that may be more reasonable and that may be what works best for you. But with two babies, I know that's not going to work for me. So I needed to find something else. So I looked at my options with my insurance and I found the Freemie. So this is the Freemie. It is wireless. My favorite thing is that I don't have to be plugged into a wall. It even comes with a little belt hook here that I can just put it on my clothes and just tell it to go. And then these fit right into your bra. You do have to get you may need to get a different bra size, like a bigger bra size, because these are like legit full cups. But these go in and these suction and collect the milk in here. And then you take it off and then you've got milk. Y'all, I'm so excited to try this. I didn't think I had a free option to do this because I've heard of all those expensive ones. I've heard of the Willow. I've heard of the, like, there's just so many that cost, I think it's the Willow, that costs like $600. Y'all, that is a pretty penny. And I'm really happy that I have the option to try something similar. This isn't quite like the Willow. The Willow you just put in your cups, in your bra, and like it just goes. It's not attached to anything. But this is the next best thing because it's in my insurance covered it. So I'm really excited about trying this. I will be letting you know how this works. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that you don't have to do two at the same time. You could just do one, and you can pump on one while, or when I was reading through the manual, they do say you can pump on one while you're breastfeeding your baby from the other. And I was like, that sounds amazing. That sounds so great because if it's your first time breastfeeding, you will find that it is just really, it can be just really time consuming, and time is so precious when you're really not sleeping that well. So, especially at the beginning. So being able to just put this on while I'm already feeding, collect the milk, make sure that there's milk there so that maybe for the next feeding, my husband or my mom or my mother-in-law can take the baby. That to me is just like, oh, a relief. So I'm really, really excited to try the Freemie. I will let you guys know how it works. Now, one other thing that I recommend for breastfeeding, all the bottles fell, is the Hakka. So this is the Hakka. I used this for Jeremiah, for my first baby. And essentially what I did, this was something that the lactation consultant recommended. And this is like a suction cup, goes over your breast, and it just kind of suctions on and collects the milk. And if your baby is, so this is also, I watched a YouTube video about a woman who said that she, in her 3 months, she made like almost 90 bags of milk from just using this. She didn't use her pump. She just used this. And what she would do is that she'd feed baby on one side, kind of like what I was saying you could do with the Freemie. She would put the Hakka on the other. Now, what I will say is that I did try that a couple times with Jeremiah. The thing is that he would kick it off, or it would come off, or it would just like be knocked over, and then there was the milk was lost. But I did find this to be helpful, especially when I was engorged or anything. I would use this to help release and help express milk. And this did work pretty well. It's very gentle, and it's silent. It's completely silent. I hear that the Freemie is pretty quiet, but this is silent, like no noise. So I went and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do, before I found out that I had the Freemie option. Because when I looked, all I saw were options that you had to plug into the wall. And I just didn't want another breast pump where I'd have to plug into the walls. So I was originally just going to try the Hakka. I'm going to try both. And I'm going to let you know what got more milk, the Hakka or the Freemie, and what were the pros and cons. So that's what I'm going to do. And I will come back in like maybe 3 months and let you guys know how that went. This is the new Hakka that I bought, and I like this one because it has a suction on the bottom, so no more accidentally tipping this over and losing all the milk, which I did do once. And it's also got a cover, so again, no more losing the milk. So this one is a couple dollars more. This one's also bigger, but this is a new one that I got. So that is it for pump stuff. Now, other thing I want to share with you guys is breastfeeding pillows. So this is the Boppy. Everybody talks about the Boppy, says how great it is. This was like, you know, this is what I used to just always recommend to clients and things like that. And then I used it, and yeah, it was good. But the thing with this pillow is that I used to have to plop up, put other pillows and other things under it just to plop baby up to where I needed him. And when baby got bigger, you just put the weight down and he'd be like down here, and I'd be like this, hunched over to try to feed him. So needless to say, I liked the Boppy, but I think I found something better, and I'm super excited. My midwife told me that this was a game changer for her. This is your breast friend. I love the name, breast friend. And this you put around you, and it kind of goes to your size, and it stays snug, like in one place. So I don't have to prop it up with pillows. So I'm super excited to try this and let you guys know how it is. I don't even think I've even had clients who have used this before. So I'm really, really, really excited to try this. Obviously with my belly, it's a little bit hard to put this thing on, but postpartum it won't be. So that's my breast friend. And the last but definitely not least thing I want to share with you guys is where you're sitting, like where you sit, where it is that you're gonna be doing most of your breastfeeding. So I actually decided that this is where I'd sit today. I am in my glider, y'all. This was gifted to me. This slightly used, but listen guys, this has been the best gift. I think this has been one of the best gifts ever. So if you are looking for what to really get someone that you love for their baby shower, get them a glider. Like, get a group together to pitch in to get them a nice, if they don't already have one, a nice rocker, a nice comfortable place to be, because there are lots of sleepless nights. And if you can find somewhere that you can be comfortable to feed your baby, to put your baby down to for a nap, anything like that, then please do it. I love my glider. I don't know the brand off the top of my head right now, but I will look it up. This one specifically, I like it because it glides and it comes with a little footrest that I have right here in front so that I can just put my feet up and with my pillow, just feed baby, rocker right here. And if I snooze slightly, it's okay. And it's nice and comfortable. And this is just so great. I did have a traditional rocker that my mom got me, which I used for Jeremiah, for the beginning of Jeremiah, because that's what we had that was provided to us, and that was comfy. But having this glider with the footrest just like changed everything. This was a game changer. So needless to say, this is what we're using for baby girl. This is where I'll be doing feedings. And so I am so excited. I'm really excited. Y'all, I'm really, really excited. Hey y'all, so quick little insert here. I forgot to mention this the first time I recorded this video. So I just wanted to add 2 other things that definitely I have in terms of feeding supplies for me in preparation for breastfeeding. So this is the breastfeeding bra that I use. I will link these down below. What I love about these is that they bring an extension so that you can make them wider for yourself. as you're going through the postpartum period. So it's not just a standard bra, it's got this nice little extension. They come in packs, like big packs, like they bring these in all colors, white, nude, blue, black. I mean, the list goes on. I got like 6 of them. It was a great price. I love that they don't have a band. They don't have a stick or anything here. This is all just flexible, and they have these nice little clips here. You just clip off, and then you can breastfeed and then clip right back on. So I will link these down below. These are definitely a must-have for breastfeeding. And then what I have also found have been really helpful have been these reusable inserts. Now, people often talk about the ones you can stick in your bra, but they're not reusable. You kind of have to throw them away after one use for any leakage. But what I love about these is that they feel like a towel on your breast, and you just throw them in their little baggie and wash them with the wash. Absolutely love these as well. And so I will link these down below for you as well. So those are my 2 little additional things that I also add to what I would say is my feeding supplies. So I've got the things that I get for baby, but I've also got the things that I get for me. So I hope that that's helpful. Thanks. I have made this video pretty long, but I hope that this is helpful. I hope that taking some time to kind of review this stuff and give you like quality advice on like what things you have to consider just kind of gives you options. This is my biggest thing. If you all know, it's all about you knowing your options, knowing your choices, so you can make the best one for you and your baby. So with that, I will leave you all until the next one. If you are interested in seeing more of these videos, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell so you get alerted every time I put out a new video. And I did want to remind you all that my e-course on Christ-centered childbirth is currently on sale for $75. So if you're interested in hearing more about the choices that you have in pregnancy and childbirth and postpartum, go ahead and hit that link that I'll leave down below and consider making that purchase for yourselves this holiday season. Okay, all right, that is it from me. I will see you in the next one. Bye.